That's not part of my intro. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the show. Waiting to see if there's any more patrons. Welcome back to the show. I'm your charming, self-proclaimed, yet still broken host, Mukluk. And today, we are back in the wonderful world of Guild Wars 2, which is Tyria, by the way. Did you know that? Hello there. Welcome, welcome, welcome. For anyone who hasn't been here recently, my throat is messed up. I broke something after an 18-hour stream. I have a doctor's appointment on Friday, so I may be talking lower than usual. You sound much better? It's a lie. I'm faking it till I make it. Need everyone to cue their sounds to help produce Random Luck's voice. There we go. There we go. Well, today was patch day. If anybody wasn't here, we read the patch notes this morning. There is a video on that if you are interested in that. They also added a new thing to the Blackline chest and the gem store. For now, let's go ahead and jump into it and get that free stuff. And also, Fractal Rush started. And if you plan to participate in Fractal Rush, strongly encourage you to try to do the legendary Acacia gloves at the same time, because they basically just give them to you after you run like 40 fractals. They're just like, here you go. Freebie. Easy leggy. Easiest leggy, actually. Was that scream a new part of the intro? Nope, just a patron making noise. Muck's got drill instructor voice. I wish I didn't. I wish I didn't. I don't know what to expect about the upcoming appointment either. Hey Muck, how's fam doing? They're starting to feel better. Oh, my fam is fine. Family's fine. Like, my wife's been fine for forever. She's always fine. My son, his hospital visit was close to 3 weeks ago now, so he's on the up and up. With me, it's just the voice thing. Or, you know, also eating thing. The human neck is horribly designed. Let's put food and talking and air all in this same pipe. Horribly designed. What happened to the kid? It's in the announcements channel of the Discord.
The silent echo rattles once again in your mind, coloring the world you see in a haze of red. Simple hopes lost to time and the dark fires of empty fury. They will not listen, they have not heard. When they weep the broken tears, then maybe they will remember how they were warned. It is near.
Thanks. Appreciate the tier 3 sub, Niavalar. Thank you. Oh, I can't interact with them. I have to wait a minute. Do any of you ever get this bug? You go into the guild hall, you try to harvest the nodes, and you can't interact with them, and you have to wait like a minute, and then you can. I get this frequently. I'll acquaint. I have never seen a shrimp frying rice emote. That's beautiful. Never seen that? I get this all the time. There we go. Now it's working. I've never been in the guild hall. You should. There's a lot of free stuff in there. You telling me shrimp fried rice? Oh, yes. Deal with that bug almost daily? Okay, it's not just me then. Happy patch day. It is definitely patch day. I don't know if it's a happy one. I reported a bug this morning. You know how they said, they're like, we have a confession. We've been balancing Beast Mastery around Soul Beast for 5 years. And I was like, what the fudge? And so they're like, we're not going to do that anymore. And they made a new Grandmaster trait. And if you're not playing Soul Beast, it's broken in 3 ways. And I was like, this is almost comical. So I was filling out bug reports this morning. That the new Beastmaster Grandmaster trait has 3 bugs with it. And it sucks, because like, I know they have a QA team, right? I do. But at the same time, it's like, come on. I found these in 1 minute on the new thing. The bounce patch is kind of light. Well, Alera, keep in mind, as I said many times in the patch notes, those were in addition to the previous notes. Right? Hang on. So today's patch was... Let's see if I can find it. Okay. So there was all these notes. And then also, those are in addition to all these notes. So there was quite a bit there. But for Ranger, the stuff I cared about, the biggest thing was broken on delivery. Well, can I ask you for some advice? I'm looking to make a new character to play the full story, all maps, achievements, etc. I know how to play Rev and Warrior very well. I'm indecisive between some other classes. I mean, these days, any class can do almost any role. It just depends on how you want to play, right? Like, if you play a Guardian, you can provide Quickness as a Firebrand, or Alacrity as a Willbender, or just do damage as any of them, you know? So it's, if you... I'd say the most important thing is fun, you know? So just like, what base role most interests you? Like, do you want to have an animal companion? Do you want to have, you know, a bunch of kits and throw bombs and mines? Do you want to shoot fire out of your hands? Like, what flavor do you want? I feel like that's the biggest thing. What's broken? So the Beast Mastery trait line, hang on, has this thing called Lesser Sick'em. When you use your pet's F2, it casts Lesser Sick'em on the enemy. But what happens is it's not when you press F2, it's after the F2 does damage to an enemy. So, bug 1, if you're using a pet that doesn't do damage with their F2, like a smoke scale making a smoke cloud, it never triggers that trait. Bug 2, if you're using a pet with a channeled attack, such as a Marsh Drake, that does a channel where it does ticking damage, when the first tick hits, Sick'em procs and interrupts the rest of the channel, which means the damage of your F2 is reduced by 60 to 80%. Bug number 3, with any pet that does damage when you use the F2, even if it's big damage, such as a cat doing their pounce, it gives you the damage buff after the damage is done. So the pet leaps in, does damage, then gets a buff, buffing damage after their big damage is over. So it's stupid. It's stupid. Siege Turtle? Siege Turtle will not proc it. Here, hang on. Dun, dun, dun. So there's that. And here... Oh. Nope. Beast Mastery, and do this. And hit F2. And does not have Sick'em. Does not work. Does not work. Okay. Now for the characters that are part.
Mategan raided my stream with 50 viewers.
Mategan? Mategan? Thank you, Mategan. Appreciate you. Welcome. Greatsword works okay now, though. Greatsword worked before. I mean, they just took the stuff that was on the Greatsword trait, and then they put it on the Greatsword. If you were already running the trait, it's the exact same as it was before. So, I mean, yeah, that's nice, I guess, but it's still kind of weird, because right next to the trait that reduced Greatsword skills by 20% was the trait that reduced Axe skills by 20%. And they baked one of them in and not the other. No idea why. Mark, what's your plan for today? Objective survive. My throat is still torn to shreds, so if I can, I will be here for a couple of hours hanging with you wonderful people, and I will then do the weekly giveaway. I have some goodies prepared, got a few hundred gold worth of stuff, and then after that, who knows? Maybe do fractals because of the fractal rush. Maybe do some PvP, try out some of the new stuff. We will see. We'll just say, main thing is see how long my voice holds out. Just got here, how's Beast Mastery? There is some interesting new stuff that they did to it, but I've already found 3 bugs that I have reported, so the delivery of the new patch was not great. No heal Antiquary tonight? No. After that, you're gonna rest. I don't know why it's like the problem's flared up again, Blue. And the last like two days in between the streams, I've almost not talked at all. I must have been using charades to talk to the fam. It is crazy, but Hopefully the doc can figure out what's wrong on Friday. Fun fact for anyone not here for that story. Originally they were like, what doctor do you normally go to? And I told them, they're like, all right, the ear, nose, and throat specialist for that one has an opening in March. I was like, I think I'll be dead by March. And they're like, yeah, that's pretty far. And they're like, well, how far are you willing to go? I'm like, look, if it means fixing whatever's broken on me, I will make a drive. Just when's the next appointment? They made some calls and they're like, this place an hour from you has an opening on Friday. I'm like, fine, I'll go there. Sign me up. I'm worried it's a tear. It's really important for you to stop aggravating it so much. Again, I am taking it easy as much as I can. Like when it first happened, I took basically three days off. I mean, not quite a whole day off, but I basically canceled 3 streams. And the ones that I did do were really short. I know you must get this announced 5 times a day. I can't find the name of the add-on that makes the area text pop up. Regions of Tyria. Say you just put a link to it in the chat. Kind of tough when your job is talking. Yeah, I joked about that earlier. I always thought that this was my moneymaker. It's not. It's my voice. I was realizing, I was like, man, if I get in a tragic accident and I can't talk anymore, that's really problematic. But if I get in a tragic accident, I just end up ugly, but I can still talk. I can still work with that. March, what is this, Canada? No, this is America. We'll pay $8,000 for the doctor to look at it now. Ah, 8,000. Those are the days. Plug in AI mock? Mm-hmm. I mean, I could always just stream and text-to-speech you guys, but the answers would be more delayed and you hear me tappa, 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 tappa the whole time. Mike, I'm working Starlit Wheel Mastery. It's painful because I want to rush it. Well, yeah. Be hilarious for a stream, though. We were messing around with that today. Let's see if I can find it. Ah. Dang it. Where is... Oh, here we go.
We were using this to talk this morning and read fake patch notes. Elementalist Mist form has been buffed with a reduced cooldown so that they can move out of revives more often.
Make custom redemption to change the voice. I'm just using Google Translate right now. I play games with the mute streamer, but she's used to typing quickly. I mean, I can type pretty quick, but the thing is I have to like stop playing the game to do it. So, I mean, maybe if it was like a turn-based game. Using a female voice hits different. Oh, like I said, it was Google Translate. I don't know if you can choose the voice. Not a lot of options here. Probably need like a specialized program for that. Play another one of those games that uses your mic and you gotta be sneaky. I've only played one of those. What was it? The Quiet Place? I think I've only played one game like that. Okay. Let's see. All right. So there's something on my mind that I want to test with the new Beast Mastery trait line in PvE. So I'm going to go to the Aerodrome right now, and we're going to try this out. Plus chip. There you go.
Oh, I didn't see you there.
Okay. Let's see. So, what we have here is Quickness providing Untamed. Also my favorite open world build. It can do a lot. It gives itself a bit of protection, does regen around it. Granted, it's not a high healing power build, but still. Does Fury to itself, throws out like 10 stacks of Might, does Quickness around it, has a 10-man revive in the back pocket, has stuns, has projectile block, has self-cleansing, has a bit of barrier, lots of CC, yada yada yada. So, first thing is this. We're just going to put ideal conditions
feel free to
here.
approach the console and begin combat practice. If you have any questions, I'm all ears.
Okay. So, I'm going to just unga bunga for a minute or two with max boons and condis and see what happens so I can get a baseline. That Lion's Arch music would stop. I'm not even in Lion's Arch anymore. Okay, so we're sitting pretty around 27k. Alright, so let's just say 27k DPS with this build. Hey, carry on. What's up? Okay, hold on. This is bothering me. The music's bugged out. Like, when I entered here from the Aerodrome, that's Aerodrome music. There's no music in this room. It shouldn't still be playing. Okay, so let's say 27k with original version of the build. Okay. Alright, so they recently did some changes. So what would I be giving up to try out what I want to try out here? Okay, so we've got 3 trait lines. Obviously, this is Quick Untamed, so we're keeping Untamed. Nature Magic and Skirmishing. Nature Magic gives 1% more damage per boon you have, so that's up to 13% more damage. Rejuvenation gives some regen around you. This copies boons that hit you to your pet, which means your pet can have Might and Fury and stuff. A Condi Cleanse, Concentration, which helps keep Quickness up. If I lose this trait line, I have to get that concentration back somewhere else. So that would mean changing my gear. And Spirit Slam twice, which is helpful for Storm Spirit and Spirit of Nature. Skirmishing gives self-swiftness when running around on my own, as long as I keep weapon swapping. Sharpened Edges is just a teeny tiny amount of damage. Furious Grip helps keep Fury on me when I'm on my own. Fang and Claw, again, helps keep Fury up when I'm on my own, and gives the pet 420 Precision and Ferocity. Hunter's Tactics is a bit more damage when I am critically striking from behind or the side on a Defiant foe. And Vicious Quarry, where Fury increases crit chance. And right now my crit chance is 90%. Oh, I don't have a food buff right now. So so right now Fury is giving 40. So if I didn't have that, Fury is giving 25. So my crit chance just dropped down to 50. What the hell? Why did all my boons go away? There we go. 75. Okay. It goes down to 75. All right. So let's try. If I change skirmishing to the new Beast Mastery line, what does that do? It gives, first of all, it gives 300 to all stats to the pet. So the pet loses the 400-ish precision and ferocity, but gains 300 to everything. Then we get a choice of 3 things here. Commands, copy boons from yourself to your pet. Useless for me because this does that better. Natural healing for the pet, and pet blinds foes. We do pet blinds foes. And then when your health is above 90%, your pet does increase damage. Your pet swap gains reduced reduction. Recharge reduction, okay. And then we're here. Beast abilities do weakness. Gain might and fury when you disable a foe. This build has a lot of CC in it. This might mean permanent might and permanent fury and a lot of might when on my own. And this is related to axe. So I'd probably do Bestial Rage. But if I was in a group with other people and they were doing boons, swap to that for more for 120 ferocity. Your pet gains 300 ferocity, so even though we gave up a trait line that gave the pet 400 ferocity and precision, we're now at 600 ferocity and 300 to all other stats. And then over here, this is a buff for pigs and bears. This is more, I mean, I'm already doing quickness, but this would be super speed and lesser sick'em, which is kind of buggy. It's kind of buggy. But this, I'm already going to have full uptime on quickness, so this is not going to really do anything for me. So I might as well try that out. Okay. Boons keep falling off the pet. This, we got another old puck again. Just self, remove boons. Swap pet, swap pet. There's a glitch in the testing room that's been here for years where if you put boons on your pet, they don't stay on. So it gives bad data. Okay. Let's see what happens. Yeah. I think this is worse. At 23. So main problem here. Now I've got all boons because of the console. Main problem here though is the following. I kept the nature trait line so I didn't have to change my gear to get more concentration. However, by giving up the skirmishing trait line, I lost crit chance, and then my crit chance is 75% down from 90, and it would be near 100 with food. So.
Well, feel free to approach the console and begin combat practice. If you have any questions, I'm all ears.
Okay. So what that results in is I would have to change my equipment either way. To either get more crit chance or to get more concentration. If I made this change to the build. Unfortunate. Yeah. Okay, I just used Mushroom King's Blessing. It did not reset the cooldown on Pet Swap. Dude, I'm finding so many bugs today. Oh, man. Okay. Monk, can you try the Lesser Sick'em with one of the Drakes real quick? Why? It breaks it. Why would I? We did that all this morning. The boon % runes. I'm literally already using those. I've got runes of the fireworks. Let's see. I'm sad they removed the regen and shouts from Ranger. Yeah, Ranger stuff is commands, not shouts. I'm curious if it is down in the 3 options. It isn't there. What did that sentence mean? It isn't bugged. What? Which words was supposed to be it isn't bugged? Why on the new rev spec quickness written shared for 4? I mean for 4 others or in group of 5, someone will not get quickness? I didn't see that. I don't know. Okay. Let's see. So without any boons and condies, I want to see what happens with my boons here. Hang on. So 20 stacks of might. So, okay, one thing about this build is I can keep up 25 might on self when I'm on my own. So if we're just comparing it to, that's on your own though, well that doesn't affect my might uptime. If we're just comparing it to like on your own versus with others, this trait is yielding a lot of fury and might. Quarter-second internal cooldown. For example, when you swap to maces, you could trigger this 4 times. So you do end up with, instead of you give up the swiftness that you had from skirmishing, but you go for you also give up crit chance. But then you can get a lot of might from the Beast Mastery line. And then that. Yeah, I don't know that it really fits into this build. Don't know that it really fits in here. It's a bummer, because I for 10,000 hours ago, I made Ranger because I love pet builds. But this trait line is just such a mess. Bears time? Let's try this. Let me remove that. Okay. So this test is going to be the build before the changes. Self-buffed only. Okay, so when I am on my own, without food buffs, self-buffs and self-condies only, we're looking at just shy of 19k DPS. Okay. 18.5 to be fair. So 18.5k DPS on own. So that's like my own quickness, my own might, whatever vuln I put out, yada yada. So let's try a couple things here. Let's see, Beast Mastery. Wait, was that with Beast Mastery? No. What? That was with skirmishing, wasn't it? Bro, I am spacing out. Dude, I got... What just happened? Hang on a sec. I actually gotta rewind the VOD for a moment. Because I don't want to redo that test. I want to redo that test. Hang on. One sec. That was the Beast Mastery. Gosh dang it. Okay, hang on. This was what I meant to do. Okay. So with that... I messed up. Hang on a second. I am going to reset that. I messed it up. I missed out on 2 ambushes there, which is a massive damage loss. Try that again. Okay, so 19.9k. So, yeah. So, 19.9k DPS on Own with Skirmishing / Nature Magic. And the other one is 18.5k DPS on Own with Beast Mastery / Nature Magic. Okay. Remove Respawn. Now what if I did Nature Magic Beast Mastery, and instead of Lesser Sikkim, we brought Beastly Warden. Bestial Rage, and go for the eyes. And if we're doing Beastly Warden, let's see, that one was just damage. Okay, where's a bear? Which bear does the most just DPS? So all bears have the same, these 3. So we're looking here. 1,500. Dude, wait, 1,500? What? Why does the Hawk's F2 do 7,300? And yours does 1,500? Why do you suck? Huh. $302. The thing that sucks about this too is it's a long channel. Like, he stops attacking for a while to cast this. Are any of these a quick cast? I guess it's harder hitting than an auto. Okay. So, what I wanted to try here, let's see. Turn that off. That can stay on, that can stay on. Alright. Now I'm farther away from crit capped right now, but let's just see what happens here with the bear. Okay. So 3, 2, 1. Oh wow, over 20k right now. Okay, we're at 19.8k, so we are right next to the old one. Hang on a second. I'll leave combat here. Okay, so just changing from this trait to this one and swapping a hawk out for a bear made us go up like 1.5k DPS. So, what are his skills called? He's got Rending, Maul, and Slash. What percentage of my damage was... Really? Really? Huh. My highest single source of damage was the bear's auto attack. Not the ambush. Not the bonks. The bear's slash. Well, okay, let's go back to... Hang on a second. The Hawk's attack is also called Slash. When I had the Hawk, this was the thing. The Hawk's attack was 10% of my damage. With the bear, it was 20% of my damage. Was your other damage pathetic, or was the bear's just also... Well, I said single source, right? Like, I was doing Relentless Whirl and Wild Strike and Rampant Growth and Rending Vines and Venomous Outburst and Rending Maul and Floor. So, like, I was doing all these other things, but single source. The highest single source was this. Rending Maul was 4.2%. So, that was this. Very interesting. Now again, what did we give up by not... If we take this instead of skirmishing, it's kind of a side grade. We're going from 19.9k DPS to almost the exact same. But we're giving up... We're got Fury, we got Might covered. But we also gave up crit chance. So with... Let me see, go back to this. So if I'm with this... I'll find something here. Okay, so if I just throw a CC here really quickly. Crit chance is 75. So I would want to see, is there a way that I could get 25% more crit chance? Because right now I'm doing the same damage as I was doing before, but I'm not crit capped anymore. So I got Force and Impact on my weapons. I got Relic of the Claw right now. I think I got like full Berserkers. Is there something with more precision than Berserkers? Assassins. I guess it's Assassin. Okay. So what's my total power right now? 2557. Hold on. This is the same ferocity, less power, more precision. So that takes us up to 61% crit chance. So now I jump to 86 with Fury. And that's with all that as Assassin. Okay. $64. That would put me at, what, 94? No, 99? Math is hard. 89. This is getting a bit ridiculous at this point. Alright, this is full Assassin. Everything Assassin. That puts me at 95 without food buff, which is what I was earlier. Alright. Are any of the pig F2s not like find a rock? The pig ones? Hold on, let me finish this train of thought, then we can check that. Skirmish should cover the rest. I'm not in skirmishing. That was literally the whole point of this experiment. Yeah, even though I'm closer to crit cap now, my power has gone down significantly, and we've lost 1k DPS. I think the damage meter broke. No. It's still working. Is Muk build testing? It's so quiet. Yeah. Yeah, I was. Don't really like what I'm seeing here, though. Like, at this point, rather than get rid of skirmishing and take Peace Mastery and then struggle to get my crit cap up that much higher, it might be easier to get rid of Nature Magic, keep skirmishing, and then just struggle with the concentration requirements for keeping quickness up, because this is a quickness providing DPS. But at that point, you're not copying your boons to your pet anymore, and the pet, which is the highest source of my damage, would lose Fury and 25 Might. Meter isn't showing current damage. I think there we go. I may have had it displaying an old data set, but yeah, there we go. All right, so burrs. Okay. Oh, wrong thing. I really do not want to give up Nature Magic, but just for the sake of science. Let's try this. Hey. Okay. Alright, the end result is just doing self boons and conditions or sitting around 19.5k. Which is what we were before we gave up swiftness and before we gave up our 10-man res. So I think the TLDR is not worth it. So giving up either skirmishing or nature magic feels like a downgrade with the new Beast Mastery line. At least for this build. For this build. Unfortunate. I was really hoping to do something with that there. But I'm just not seeing it. Okay, let's put this back to how it should be. And do that and that. Since I'm in here anyway, avian drake pets have increased precision and ferocity. This is great fury around the caster. Why was I... They could triple the damage on a pet, and I still think they would feel useless. They're not useless, but the way I see it is in this game it feels like the pets, like the ranger pets, are more for the sake of their utility than for their damage. Like the white tiger, in their eyes, is an Aegis that also just does 1k DPS, you know? The turtle is some damage, but it's also the prot. The big anti-projectile bubble, things like that. Okay. So... one thing I haven't tested in a while is a few pet options here. So, I already know, this was my build pre-patch today. Pre-patch today, this was my build, and we were using the Hawk. And we were getting 19.9k DPS on our own. Okay. So, what if we change the Hawk for something else? This trait gives a big bonus to cats, birds, and drakes. Now the Hawk, we have this turned off because it's a damage loss, and Untamed can turn off individual skills. This gives a bit of vulnerability, this is just damage, and this is some bleeding. Okay, so other options. Let's see, there's the Hawk. Got the Raven, which has a blind. Got the Owl, which has a chilling slash. The Hawk, I don't have the White Raven. Phoenix. Okay, cats and drakes. Burning, poison, chill, damage, no boons, only weakness on the basic set. If we can get more vuln out of the pets... let's see, there is some vuln on the cat bite. 5 vuln every 8 seconds. Hawk is 5 vuln every 8 seconds, so that balances out. So Aegis, swiftness. What? Grants nearby allies swiftness. And it says swiftness, but it has a 2 on it, and it says 5. Is it giving 5 seconds, or is it giving 10? It gives 10. I think what it does is it goes bap bap, and it hits with 2 paws, and each paw is giving you 5 seconds of swiftness. That's so weird how they wrote that. Okay. Respawn that. Blinding Roar. Juvenile Warclaw does not give vulnerability. Okay, what about the raw damage? 3 times 1700. Like 5400 ish. This does 2 times 1600. That's an Aegis. 3300 on a Pounce. Good boy, Lizard. The Lizard doesn't provide Vuln, so that means it would have to be doing way... The Lizard's a bruiser. It's decent damage, but also pretty tanky. But if you're talking like PvE, I think the cats, the birds are going to outdo it. But the cats or birds are supplying 5 Vuln. Links. Okay, actually it's looking like Sandline. Alright, let's try this out. Let's just see what happens. What's his name? Darude. Ha. Yeah, we got a small damage increase. We're staying above 20k here. It's not much, because we were sometimes... I messed up there while I was talking, but we were 20 to 21k. So, yeah, this might be a very small increase from the Hawk. Hey, Andros.
It is that wonderful time of the month when I scour my brain for something funny to say. Alas, I am empty. Enjoyed the Bezos bucks.
The Bezos bucks. Thank you, Andros, and when it did. Appreciate you guys. Muck, is there any healer that can send heals straight to one or all team members? Not ground AoE, because most team members don't stay close. Yeah? Like, here, hold on. Okay, so I'm a druid right now, right? Yes, I can pulse heals around me, but I can also, like, throw heals over there. Right? Like, I can hit people with heals far away like that. And then also the druid staff can send some heals toward a target. Spectre can target allies also, and send heals toward a target like that, if you fancy that. But yeah, it's just easier when everybody's in a pile up close. But I can heal some people at range, yes. Okay. Grab moves nearby allies when swapping pets. Invigorating bond. B skills, heal allies around the ranger. See, I really don't like having pet swap in the rotation. I like having the second pet be like a big CC pet. And plus, every time you swap pets, your pets dump all their boons. I wouldn't hate it as much if the boons transferred to the new active pet, but they don't. So if you've got a pet with all boons and then you pet swap, the new pet has no boons. So having like these traits that rely on pet swapping as often as possible to get their value, I'm not a huge fan of them. Healing with Avatar when they're moving is super annoying, though, having to predict where they go. Yeah, a little bit. But honestly, if you got 9 people with you and one idiot running around that you can't predict, it's between him and God at that point. Like, at that point, whatever happens, happens. I feel like there's one exception to that, and it's when you're fighting Doom and there's like the kiter running around and they're supposed to be going crazy. But for the rest of the game, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, man, I really wanted to make this work, but I'm not seeing a way to do it. Giving up skirmishing is a massive hit to our crit strike chance, and you have to make up for that with gear. Giving up nature magic is a pretty big hit to concentration, and some other very nice utility that you have to make up with gear. That is a bummer. Double checking that I changed everything back to Berserkers. And it looks like we did, yes. Okay. Alright. Well, I mean, we could bring Darude for a spin. But beyond that... Let me see. Actually, I just thought of something else to check. Okay, it's got the same cooldown. We've got some things that trigger when the pet uses their F2. However, I wanted to make sure that Darude's F2 cooldown was the same as the bird, and it is. They're both 20 seconds. They're both 20 seconds. Okay. Wasn't there an emote? Sayu, you did do the emote. It's right there. It's a FFZ, if you don't have that add-on, or that plugin.
Responsibility isn't easy.
It's a Chrome plugin. If you have Nature Magic or Beastmaster, you could put your boons to the pet when swap, but it is a heal option, not good for DPS, even boon DPS. Yeah. Yeah, there is, like, one thing that they were kind of going for. Let me show you. Okay, check this out. This on the right, Lesser Sick'em. Whenever you use your F2, your pet triggers Lesser Sick'em, which it's not always working, and it's not working very well. But let's say it did work let's say it did work. You hit F2, your pet triggers this. That is considered a command. So that would trigger Resounding Timbre and copy all boons from yourself to your pet. So I think the idea is you hit F2, it triggers Sick'em, the pet gets a buff, your boons are copied to it, and then it finishes executing the F2, which might be a big hard-hitting burst, right? Yeah, so the more boons you have, the better. Like if you use Warhorn, give yourself some might, then hit F2, the pet gets that might, and the pet gets Sick'em, and then boom, it does a big hit, you know, like a pounce from a cat or something. But the problem is that this trait is broken in 3 different ways right now, and so it does not work the way that they, I think, were trying to design it. At least that's what I imagined happened. So right now, no dash. It only works if your pet hits with the F2 and it's not on cooldown. I thought Nature Magic Bestial Warden. It only works if the pet hits with the F2, then they get the buff after they hit with the F2, not before, so it's after the damage is already done. And if it's a multi-hit F2, the Lesser Sick'em interrupts it after the first hit. So for example, if you are using the Bristleback and its F2 does 10 hits, after the first hit it interrupts it and says here's your Sick'em. So the other 9 don't connect. So it's like, okay, yeah, great, I've got a damage buff, but you already interrupted my biggest damage skill. Is this the Quickness Untamed you have on your site? I think so. It might have changed slightly over time. This is what I'm playing right now if you want to take a look and take a screenshot or something. But the guide on my website on how to play it is still the same, yes. Okay, let's turn the music back on. It's too quiet. Alright, well, I like that they're trying new things. I'm disappointed in the outcome, but I like that they're trying new things. But as someone who rolled Ranger so long ago because I love pet builds, it's humorous that they've been saying, yeah, we've been balancing Beast Mastery based on Soul Beast, but we're not going to do that anymore. And they institute new traits that only really work for Soul Beast. I'm running a Longbow Untamed that I really love. Nice. That's good. Lesser Guard also copies the boons and is triggered for Pet Swap. Yeah, the thing is that you don't really, like, if you just have nature magic and you just are running this, any boons you get are copied to your pet. So it's less of a thing. So you said lesser guard. Hold on, what was that? Oh, that was right here, nature magic. So order your pet to guard near, so when you swap pets, the new pet casts guard, which soaks some of the damage from nearby allies. And you're saying that that would then trigger resounding timbre and copy boons from yourself to your pet. So that would make it to where when you pet swap, your pet would get a copy of your boons. Yeah, I mean, using a Grandmaster slot to get that functionality kind of hurts. But yeah. The thing with guard you have to be careful of is if you pet swap to like something fragile, like a bird or a cat, and then it soaks damage from teammates, and then it just explodes immediately. And you're like, oh no. Because it could just like pop right away. It's for soaking damage, so it's a heal build. Yeah. Yeah. The balance team confuses me. Me too sometimes, me too. Pet swap Billy stands in Bone Skinner puddle for 1 second. Mm-hmm. It's for soaking damage, so it's a heal build. Well, yeah, but if you were just trying to do it to keep boons on your pet, to keep the pet's damage as high as possible, you could be like, oh, I'm taking this for damage. Because, like, there is some damage in the nature magic line. Like, this trait in full boons gives you a 13% damage bonus. That's nothing to scoff at. This results in a damage increase because your pet will always have all boons in a PvE scenario. So that's a damage increase for the pet. But this is lost whenever you pet swap.
Nothing to see here. Come on.
Okay. Alright. Maybe, hang on. I'm gonna go into the PvP lobby. I'm gonna see if any of the new features look interesting for PvP. Okay, so we dabbled with this a little bit this morning when we figured out the bug. Yeah, so we figured out the bug with Lesser Sikkim.
Have some prime, ma dude.
Thank you. I'm imagining you offering me one of those prime drinks. I never tried one of those. I don't even know what they taste like. Let's see. Thank you for the prime. It's like a sweet Gatorade. Gain swiftness when swapping opposite combat. Hey Muk, your voice sounds better than in the morning. I'm glad. It does freaking hurt though. Dude, the comments on today's news video were really funny. Hold on a second. Hang on. So I had the news video today, right, about today's patch notes. And finally, Guild Wars 2 patch notes ASMR. Jazz smooth voice Muck was a surprise. I enjoy soft jazz Muck. With this voice, you should make a channel, Mukluk After Dark. I was like, oh my god, dude, I feel like crap and they love it. Mixed feelings. If you want an energy drink, go Mango Loco Monster. Oh gosh. I used to be hooked on... I think it was Mountain Blast. It was like a light blue colored Powerade. I used to, like, there was a couple years I was drinking that all the time. I used to be hooked on that. I know that's, I don't know if that's really an energy drink. Because when I hear energy drink, I think of like Monster or Red Bull. but that was the closest thing I was ever like really hooked on. And the pet does not get the increased attributes from the new Beast Mastery in PvP. I'm just looking to see if there's any new PvP builds. It's like honed axes used to be right here, and it got moved here and replaced something there. So like now, for the first time, for example, you could take honed axes with Beastly Warden or with Lesser Quickening Zephyr. Mukluk build night? Yeah. Just seeing what else different. Just kind of going back to the drawing board here. One thing I wonder on this, cleansing unleash, remove conditions when you or your pet unleash, 10-second cooldown. Does it go on cooldown if it doesn't remove a condition? Okay, so they were kind enough to give it one of those little buffs on the bar. So I am guessing that it doesn't get consumed when you unleash if you don't have condies on you. That's wonderful if that's the case. Is your voice still knocked out from the other week? Yeah. I have a doctor's appointment on Friday to get my throat checked out, because I don't have, like, a, what is it, virus? Like, I'm not coughing, I'm not sneezing. I've had this for, this is day 30, and you know, my family hasn't caught it. It's not, like, germy. It's like I've damaged something. And I took 3 morning streams off right after it happened to try to recover, because I was like, oh yeah, I overdid it, you know. And it didn't recover. And since then, I've tried a million things that you guys have suggested. You know, drink some tea. Drink tea with honey. Drink tea with honey and ginger. Inhale some steam. Gargle salt water. Have you put the honey on your thighs? Do you have a picture of a swan? Like, I don't know. So I've tried a million things that you guys have suggested. Unfortunately, none of it worked. Fortunately, none of it made it worse either. I talked to a doctor on December 19th, and they gave me a 4-day steroid, and that made me go from only being able to whisper to being able to talk at least like this, but it hurts. And I finally, you know, because I didn't want to call back immediately and be like, you got any more of the stuff? So I waited a while, and, you know, here we are like 2 weeks after that, and I was like, I'm still messed up. And they're like, okay, come in Friday. Dwink boiling water? No. Sprained vocal cords? Maybe. Part of getting old? Dude, you're not kidding. It's like in August, I went to Seattle for the Guild Wars 2 meet and greet, and I was on my feet the whole day, right? Like airport, hotel, walk around Seattle, met some extended family that lives out there, went to the meet and greet, went to the hotel. I did permanent damage to my feet. And granted, it was just walking. Now, granted, it was all day. It was like 20 hours of it, but it was just walking. And I did permanent damage to my feet, and I have orthotics now. Like, so Guild Wars 2 broke my feet, and now my vocal cords. What at? CRB, thank you for the prime, buddy. Appreciate you. That one. Have they tested you for GERD or strep? I mean, I'm going to see an ear, nose, and throat specialist on Friday, so they'll check me out. So, my wife actually has GERD. I don't even know much. The main thing I know is that it makes her burp from time to time. And it, like, she could be, like, laying down, and sometimes she'll have to sit up to let a burp out, and then she can lay back down and be comfortable again. That's really all I know about GERD. But for me, I don't know. I just messed something up. Hopefully it's fixable. Tea and honey would have worked if it was just minor irritation, but it sounds like you have a real injury. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's try Cleansing Unleash. I don't really ever use that. Chug hot sauce. I'm thinking no. GERD is acid burning upwards. You know, they did ask, they're like, do you have any acid reflux? I was like,
Have some Bezos bucks to cope with the ever-encroaching march of time.
Thank you. They asked, they're like, do you have acid reflux? And I was like, I sometimes get acid reflux, sure, but not for the last 30 days straight. And I immediately understood that one of their theories was that I had, like, acid coming up, and it was, like, damaging the same spot. I was like, it's possible, but I don't have the issue every day. Okay. I had that once when I was a kid. I strained my vocal cords. Well, how did they fix it? Hang on. Let's pretend that's the issue. How to fix strained vocal cords. Let's see what Google AI says. Prioritize vocal rest. Stay hydrated with water. Use a humidifier. Avoid throat clearing and whispering. Try gentle vocal exercises like humming or speaking through a straw. What? Nerf Guardians. What are some funnies? What is the point of that? I just flung water all over my desk. What is the point of that? Seek a laryngologist if hoarseness lasts 2 weeks. Yep. Speak through a straw. You're healed? Oh. Jesus has healed me. Hearing people speak to Dr. Google hurt my soul. Sometimes it's helpful. You know, Google is what Google is, but sometimes it tells you something stupid, like, you know, put glue on your pizza to make the cheese extra sticky. And you're just like, what? Let's try the turtle. Let's try the turtle for a bit. Oh, they were waiting on me? and try this. Like, for example, when we had to rush Gabe to the hospital a few weeks back, it was like 2 a.m. And I was like starting to realize, I was like, this is serious. This isn't something I can fix. And I Googled his symptoms. And it was like, it's probably this, and you need to get to a hospital within 6 hours or permanent damage is going to be done and they're going to have to remove bits. And I was just like, honey, wake up, I'm going to the hospital. And it turns out it was exactly right. The thing that Google put the fear of God in me about, that's exactly what it was. So that day, it helped me. It was right. It was 100% right. And they were like, it is good that you got him here in time. And they actually wanted to send him to a different hospital, like a children's hospital. But they were like, we're not confident it can wait that long. So we're going to do our best to do the surgery here. And they did, and luckily we got him there on time. Those symptoms are highly specific. Yeah. Obviously. Yeah. Google, I have a sore throat. You're about to die. Yeah, I'd be like, you're pregnant. We just have some critical thinking and actually seek medical help, not rely solely on Google, believe it's done.
The match starts soon.
Well, the thing is like, okay, yes, I would love to just seek medical help whenever I have a problem. My son's trip to the hospital is $30,000 before insurance. And we're hoping insurance is going to cover most of that. You got to remember where I live. So yes, I would love to just go to the doctor anytime there's a problem. However, sometimes it's cheaper to die.
You've seized the henge. Your enemy took the mine.
I used Spirit of Nature on this guy, and it revived him to like 90%. It did not get him up. So he had some nasty poison on him or something. Knight of the Arena, bro. This game, man. King of the Arena, 2 titled players. As soon as I show up to try some goofy build I made.
Svanir's return. They took the henge. The keep's been lost.
They were getting spawn camped. Oh, man. I have to double check, because remember, today's patch notes was not the first round of notes, but the second round of notes did not have anything on PvP Conduit, and I was really surprised by that. Because Luminary and Conduit are both God mode in PvP. But after today, I don't know.
They took the henge.
Hey, Muk. What's up, Reggie? Why did their entire team come all the way back to their home node for one person? Huh. Not that it matters. They're winning 200 to 12. How's Muck this evening? Objective survive. Stream sniping? Oh, I doubt it. They didn't know when I was going to queue. I was playing with builds, and then I queued, and immediately the queue popped instantly. So they were waiting in the queue. No, I don't think for a moment they're stream sniping. This is more the fault of bad queuing.
You've seized the henge.
That hurt. Maybe they recognize you. Oh, they definitely recognized me. The enemy team yelled, "Hey, Muck," as soon as we were in the lobby. I'm over the chat window.
Your enemy took the mine.
Tried to Spirit of Nature him and myself there, but couldn't get it off in time.
They took the henge.
Oh, chat. Hi, Zonix. I think Zonix just wants to see your Drizzled Coast minimap hider. I would have to dig for that. I don't still have that overlay set up. We used to use that when I was doing in playing World v World a lot, because I got stream sniped a lot in World v World.
Svanier's return. The keep's been lost.
Oh my god, he got rallied. Ugh, we finally got their conduit down. And he got rallied. Well, that sucked. Oh. 4-man pre-made versus a 5-man pre-made. I was 30. Well, my pre-made sucked. I was 35% of the team's damage, and I was like, oh my god. Did we get any kills? No, there's no one with top kills. We did not have any kills at all. Guys, I know it has nothing to do with the game, but this cultural abyss always surprises me. In the US, any kind of health treatment is paid either individually or via insurance. It's sad. I agree with you. I also do not have the power to do anything about it, but I agree with you. How do you know they were pre-mades? At the end of the match, it shows a bracket around the people that queued together, and there was a bracket around the 5 people on the enemy team, and there was a bracket around the 4 people on my team. Come to Europe, man. All of my family lives here, so I wouldn't move, especially not that far away. However, if I were to magically snap my fingers and teleport somewhere, place with a good healthcare and good education for my kid would be top of my list. worth 35% of the team's damage. But I won the one-on-one against that thief one time, and I lost it the next time. I'm not sure... Like, he was Condi, though. I just felt like I didn't have enough Condi cleanse. You could move in with Loranity. Yeah, no, I don't. I think that would be really awkward. Mike, I've been using your video guides for so long, I officially today completed every legendary item. Nice! There's a new one coming out in 20 days. I moved to New Zealand. It's great, but so far from family. Let's see. Did you ever see an old animation called Dr. Eggman Takes Over the US Healthcare System? No, I don't think so. I really like the Unleash Ambush on the axe, but not having Greatsword and not having block is pretty brutal. There's also Spear for a stealth option, but... Thinking about stealth right now. Different ways Rangers can get stealth. One is the Jaguar, one is the Spear, one is the Longbow, one is Druid Astral Form. When they leave it, there's a stealth button, there's a stealth option. Keep the group alive. I'll be right back. I'm gonna stand in the fire just so you don't get bored. I'll try the Jaguar for a round. I'll queue for ranked. It might be easier. Lol. Why do top 20 players go in unranked to play against noobs or people trying out weapons builds classes? What's fun about that? Honestly, I think, like, super real talk, I think they're just trying to get a game. I think they might queue for ranked and be like, oh, you know, there's no games popping, then they just queue for unranked. I think that's all that they think about. Like, and I don't fault the players for running into me and, like, steamrolling me. Like, I'm a good player. I'm not the top 10, you know? So, like, you saw when I face against, like, the top 10 people, I get rolled over. But there's a lot of the player base that would probably feel the same way about me. I think it's the fault of the matchmaking system. Muck, is there a way to queue only in games without groups? When you queue for ranked gameplay, it will only take individuals or duo queues. When you queue for unranked, you can queue as any size group up to 5. What low pop does to a game mode. It's a shame. It's a very, very fun game mode, but I do feel that, wow, that outfit. I do feel that power creep and a few other factors have led to the problem getting exacerbated. If they're making another legendary, I guess I gotta grind. Yeah, they, hold on, I got a picture. Update 1, which is in like 20 days, has a legendary ring. And it summons crabs. I'm not gonna try any of the changes from the patch tonight. I don't even remember what all it had other than the... What was it? The fast hands for Warrior, where Warrior has 5-second weapon swap baseline. That's the only other one I remember. I would have to go back through the notes for the other stuff. Throat hasn't gotten worse, has it? It's it's flaring up again. Whatever the problem is, it's worse again. Muk, what games are you planning on playing soon? We are currently in the middle of Mind Over Magic and We Happy Few. Someone gifted me a copy of Pathologic 3. I don't know anything about this. Oh, I got a copy of Infection Free Zone also. So yeah, I don't have any firm plans after the current ones. What does the ring give you if you already have crabs? It gives them friends. Poppy Playtime. Oh, that's true. Yeah, there was a chapter 5 of Poppy Playtime that's coming out. We've played all of them so far, so yeah, we'll have to tackle that one too. Oh, not Skyhammer. Please, not Skyhammer. Yes. I enjoyed watching you play AOW4 with the vampire line. Sad you didn't do the challenge realm, but happy you played the story. Yeah. I've done the story realm for all of the DLCs they've done so far.
Your base is under attack!
Not sure if it's your type of
Your
game, but
base is
Skull
under
with
attack!
Hero Slayer is pretty fun. I'm not familiar with that one. I haven't played that one before.
The match starts soon. Hold on to your points. Seize theirs.
I do not usually play that aggressive. But I was like, well, let's give this a shot.
You've lost the quarry.
Okay, this guy is... Oh no, this is not good. There's a Gale Shot and an Ellie, both very focused on me.
You lost the waterfall. You've taken the graveyard.
Holy damage.
The waterfall is yours. You lost the graveyard.
I see Paragons can still 1v3. I got rooted mid-movement. Okay, yeah. So 3 of us here over like 30 seconds could not kill that Paragon. Which gave the rest of their team all the time they needed on the map.
You lost the waterfall. Your base is under attack. You've captured the quarry. Your lord is under attack. Your lord is under attack. The Blue Lord's been slain.
Yeah, we've lost this game. Just gonna try to get any good fights I can out of it.
You've lost the quarry. You've taken the graveyard.
I interrupted her stomp.
You've captured the quarry. You lost the graveyard.
Oy. Well, let's see how our stats were. Yeah, their Paragon, like, none of them were bad, but their Paragon was worth 3 of the rest of them. Yeah. Yeah, so our team had 6 kills. It looks like I was a part of all of those. Yeah, he 1v3'd us without, like, ever really being in danger of dying. Killed me, and then killed our Lord. Oof. Was the Paragon a strong damage dealer or tough to kill? Both. While 3 of us were on him, he turned around and killed me. Like, he always... I mean, with the 5-second weapon swap cooldown, he always had something pretty nasty to be pressing. And he always had 25 stacks of might. And Warrior, you know, their movement skills, there's a trait that they always take where their movement skills break them out of movement impairment, so we couldn't stop him. Paragon is so busted, I still don't understand why they didn't touch it, but they prefer to destroy Luminary. Oh, I'm glad they're destroying Luminary. But there's other things that need it too. Like, Luminary was another example of a class that was worth 3 of anybody else. But if Paragon needs it too, then yeah. Mug, is PvP fairly easy to get into? I mean, there's a... I'd say when you're first starting out, you're mostly queuing against other people who have no idea what they're doing. So it's a pretty good environment at the lower brackets. Let's see, what am I... So that was like a gold 3 game. My matchmaking... No, it's not matchmaking. My rewards thing is low, but I'm like gold 3 right now. Who is that? Matterhorn. Thank you for the tier 1, Matterhorn. Appreciate you. Alright. Honestly, it did feel like at the very beginning of the match when I went stealth and went behind him and just did a whole bunch of ambush damage, that felt like very effective, like it disoriented the hell out of him. That worked really well. I have less defense with this than I do with Greatsword, but it's not bad. I mean, we had like every single medal on our team too.
Another month of no ads and quality gaming.
Thanks, Gold Dragon. Appreciate you. Like doing the thinking man on the toilet pose. You can't look at all of the ambush tooltips over here. So I was looking at them through this, just brainstorming. There's 12 tooltips here. I just got a whisper from someone says, I'm gonna farm the life out of you, loser. Okay. Is he even in this team? Who is this? I was like a Deadeye. Okay. Oh, welcome back to PvP. I'm going to reply, good luck, have fun. Classic PvP toxicity. No, that's more than usual. I don't usually get a tell like that right at the beginning.
Points. Seize theirs.
That's far more than usual.
Your enemy has the temple now.
Nope, almost had the ritualist down.
Your enemy seized the altar.
One of my teammates rezzed me, very kind of them. What's going on over here?
You control the gate.
Don't run, don't leave, dude! Baron of the arena, get back here! Oh my gosh. I don't think I can 1v1 this guy.
Your enemy has the gate.
"58 months closing in on
You've
5
got the
years in
temple.
Muckland."
My heal didn't go off? Okay, there we go. Yeah, I really wish the, other guy that I came here to help hadn't left. I was able to last a while, but lost in the end.
Your enemy has the gate.
Oh, that was a nasty daze he hit me with.
Stillness has appeared.
I'm gonna try to leave combat. I see Willbenders, who's still very scary.
You've got the temple.
Nice.
You control the gate.
Okay, well, Willbender is
Your enemy
teleporting
has the temple
all
now.
over the place. The three of us can't keep up with him. Try to go somewhere else. Okay, I have hit. Why did I go that way?
Gate.
I'm gonna die because of that. I hit my movement skill 3 times there, and it finally went off, and it
got the
went the
tempo.
opposite of the direction my mouse was. How long does it take to exit combat for the regen to kick in? It's not a matter of time, it's a matter of distance. If the target that you're in combat with is still alive, you have to get a certain distance away from them for it to kick in.
Your enemy has the temple now. You control the gate.
Dang, my burst was not quite enough to down this guy.
Tranquility has appeared. You have all 3 points. Hold them at all costs.
Ah, that guy's coming. He's already marked me and teleporting around. I'm just gonna leave. Two over there.
Your enemy has the temple now. Your enemy seized the altar.
The guy that sent me the naughty message at the beginning of the game, he's still sending me more messages, chat, and that was him that we just killed. He's the Deadeye. Fortunately, it does look like we're gonna lose this game.
You control the gate. Stillness has appeared.
Freaking willbenders, man. I can't res that guy a second time. Slash map, GG. Yeah, top damage 31%. Less deaths than my teammates. The guy that said he was going to farm me didn't kill me a single time. He sent more messages. I'll report him again. I had some good matches, though. Let's see. What's Mike playing? Untamed Ranger. Not smart sending messages to streamers currently live. I'm not evoking any streamer privilege. I did use the in-game report system, though, because he said some pretty foul stuff. But that's it. Maybe if he wasn't so busy typing, you'd be better at the game. I don't know. I don't know. But we played, what, 2 or 3 matches, and in 2 we were facing the top people on the server, and in 1 we were facing someone super toxic. It's unfortunate. Quick Ranger question. For strikes and fractals, what spec would you personally recommend right now? Is this contest a... I mean, it's going to be based on just fun. Gale Shot and Untamed are both quickness providing DPS options. Soul Beast is just DPS. Druid can heal and do Alacrity, and then any of them can pure DPS. So it's really just based on fun. Personally, I enjoy Quickness Untamed and Heal Druid the most. Those are the ones I enjoy the most. Was he even good? Yeah, he wasn't bad. There was one point that I saw him rotating to home node, and I was uncertain if I could beat him in a 1v1, so I just rotated and went somewhere else and killed one of his teammates. Right? So, like, yeah, I'm not the kind of person that's going to, like, throw my pride on the line for a 1v1. I usually play support. But, so I was like, okay, if I'm not certain I can 1v1 him, I will rotate and +1 one of the other fights and 100% kill one of his friends, which I did. But then he just sent me a bunch of mean whispers. Does Heal Druid find groups and Pug Fractals? Yeah, it can find Pug groups fine. Before anybody knew me as a streamer, I got most of my Fractal Legendary stuff from Druid and Fractals. Mm-hmm. Indeed, indeed. Wizard hat? Ship moved it, I think. There we go. I take it the balance patch didn't help PvP. I didn't fight any luminaries today, so I can't say if luminaries are better to fight, but paragons and conduits are still demigods, I feel like, based on the few that I fought today. Mike, when are you going to put the wig for the rewards? The wig. Kind of reminded me how I would sit and watch the bunny phase at Wield, and someone would go out of their way to tell people to report me when I was just there to watch bunnies. Yeah, that's an unfortunate setup, because the map has a max number of people there, right? And if you're close enough to the fight, it will make the fight harder, because it will scale with you being there. And so if you are close enough, and the fights become harder, but you're not helping, then it's just harder for everybody else. So it's just how the game is set up. I received the minion plushie in the mail yesterday that I won. Nice! That's awesome. I'm glad you got there. I'm glad it got there. I know nothing about PvP in this game. What makes Conduit so strong? You know, I have trouble wrapping my head around Conduit. Because I played it in early access, and I haven't played it since. And they added a lot of systems to it, and I don't really understand them. What I can tell you is when I'm in PvP, they hit really freaking hard, and it takes 2 to 3 people to take one down, it seems like, if they know what they're doing. Which is the same for Paragon. If I face a good Conduit or a good Paragon, I feel like a character can be super tanky, but then they shouldn't be a threat to, like, kill you quickly. But unfortunately, right now, Paragon, Conduit, Willbender, they all feel like that. They take many people to kill them, and they can easily kill someone else. Which, in terms of game balance, it should not be that way. So I couldn't tell you, like, oh, it's this move that's OP. I could just tell you what it's like fighting them. What food is good for fishing? I do not know. I do not know. Wookie says sushi. Craig says fish sticks. Sushi is the fishing food. How do you like the patch? Pretty busted. The stuff that pertained to me as a ranger was broken on delivery. I've already submitted a few bug reports about it. As far as how is it going for the other classes, I'm not really sure. Sushi gives 150 fishing power food on top of the fishing you have while being full. Oh, there you go. Isn't Willbender a guardian? You move too fast for a guardian? Well, that's Willbender's whole thing, is Willbender gives a lot of mobility. What you're saying is if I'm going to make a new character that's good in both PvE and World v World, Conduit's the way to go? You should never make a new character based on the flavor of the month, because by the time you get to max level, it might be nerfed. I'm simply sharing my experience today. Like, here's the thing. I could also tell you that a good Weaver in PvP is God, and it's terrifying, and it can just kill our entire team. What I could also add on to that is 98% of the Weavers I meet are paper. The good ones are like 2% of the Weaver player base, right? So just because there is some people of a class that are stomping at the high end doesn't mean that you'll be able to replicate that. So I would say just play something that you think is fun and, you know, do what you can from there. Like, that's me. Like, I went into that match with a very suboptimal build and still got most of the medals, and apparently very frustrated a thief on the other enemy team. And I was just kind of derping around with throwing axes. What's different during Fractal Rush? You basically get more rewards. So if you enjoy doing fractals, you're going to get paid even more for doing them. I think it's about that time. I think it's about that time, chat. All right, let's take it from the top. If any of you don't know, every Tuesday we do a giveaway in Guild Wars 2. Sometimes it's copies of the game, sometimes it's stuff in the game, and today it's stuff in the game. We have got a bunch of items in our giveaway vaults in here, and I'm not going to tell you exactly what I'm giving away, but I promise that even if you don't like what you win, you could sell it, and it does have value. So, if you would like to enter the giveaway, I'm booting up the giveaway bot right now, you will need to do the following. Rule number 1, you need to be a follower if you're on Twitch, or a subscriber if you are on YouTube. That is the free button, not asking for much. Rule number 2, if you are a sub on Twitch or a Patreon patron, you will get an extra chance to win. Just great time to use your Prime sub, but that one is not required. And the last thing, and this is just to filter out anyone who's AFK, if you would like to enter the giveaway, please type your Guild Wars 2 display name in the chat starting now. Just one time, don't spam it. If you don't know where to find that, you click on contacts and it's right there. It's right there. Noises. All right. All right, chat. So while you're entering, I am going to refill my water and take a bathroom break, and I'll be back in just a minute. I am back. That's more water and a cough drop. Alright, how long we got? 1 minute and 40 seconds left to enter. If anybody hasn't entered yet and they wish to, now's your chance. Once the timer runs out, you cannot enter the giveaway anymore.
Yes, a very great time for someone who hasn't won.
Thank you, Peashed. No legendaries today? Mm-mm. I have some legendaries in the giveaway vault, but I usually give them away on special occasions. Like the anniversary of the stream, or new expansion launches, or things like that. Because they take a long time to make. If Mux sees this, I'm here just for lagging behind. Hi, bye, Amara. Why do you PvP if it's like that? Why do I PvP? So let me show you something. I have 5,966 games of PvP. I actually love the combat system in this game. And the PvP, which of course uses that combat system, I do find very fun. However, at the same time, there is some very nasty balancing issues that are going on with the game that are, needing to be addressed. And every time they add new elite specs and stuff like that, people find even more ways to make overpowered things, and then, it takes them a while to catch up. So it's unfortunate. But it's kind of like I'm craving something that might not be there anymore, right? Like, balance has gotten worse and worse in PvP at the higher brackets. At the lower brackets, I don't know if this is as much of an issue, but I do still love it, and I still crave to play good matches of PvP, but sometimes I have to play multiple matches to get what I consider to be a good match of PvP. So, that's it. I do genuinely enjoy it, it's just sometimes I have to play multiple matches before I get one that I like. Muck onions with fries. I don't have any onions. No. Ever thought about taking trust issues into PvP? No, because the PvP is fun, but then also the money I get from it funds more giveaways. I don't want to have to be juggling money between accounts. This guy scraps you sometimes? Yeah. I would imagine it's similar to, like, I don't know, what's the game that got shut down? WildStar? Let's say you really craved playing some more WildStar, right? Like, I crave playing Guild Wars 2 PvP, but not what you just saw. So I'm not even sure if I can scratch that same itch then the same way. Did y'all notice the Winter's Day homestead tree got fixed? Like it's straight now? No, I didn't notice that. Gear Luke, thank you for the sub and the gifted sub. Appreciate that. Okay, chat, let's do it. So I've got a bunch of weird stuff to give to you guys tonight that was supplied by random people donating things. The first one is 4 cats. This is what they look like. It's chonky lynx. And if you don't want these cats, they can be sold to an adoption agency for a total of 22 gold. Your call if you want to keep them or help them find a new home. Pick a winner. I should draw a new winner. This guy wouldn't shut up about freaking onions. Is Plague here? What are you eating? It's a cough drop. He says, yes, sir. Okay. Copy name. Pasty. Send me. Congratulations. Okay. Next up. 250 Memories of Battle. These drop in World vs. World and are used to make multiple legendaries, but they are tradable. So people that hate World v. World can buy them from other people like this. And this stack is worth 23 gold. Pick a winner. Hanurek, are you here? Hanurek, are you here? He says, huzzah! Nice. Mail item. Paste. Send me. Congratulations. All right. Winner number 3. For winner number 3, I have for you a stack of tier 6 crystalline dust, of which is worth 28 gold. You can throw this in your material storage, or you can sell it if you just want some money. It's hard to hear you over the music. It's crack. There you go. All right, pick a winner. Alanix Cross, are you here? Alanix Cross. Can we sniff it? I mean, you can sniff anything once. He says, oh, hey. Mail item. Send me up. Congratulations. All right. I'm having to take it easy on the goofy voices right now. All right, next up, 250 piles of lucent crystal. I do believe you need billions of this stuff to make the legendary relic. So you could save this in your mat storage if you're working on that project, or sell it, and you would fetch about 28 gold. Big winner. You seem pretty tired. My voice is shot. I can't talk very well. My mind is wide awake. I'm totally fine, but I can't talk. Croix Umbra, are you here? Croix Umbra, are you here? He says here. We got a live one. Mail item. Space. Send mail. All right. Congratulations. Congrats. All right, chat. Next up, next winner for you, I have 20 Mystic Coins. Used for making Mystic Clovers and a million other things, and they always have value. Currently, that value is about 44 gold. Pick a winner. Magnus 2227. Are you here? He says sup. Right, line him. Space. What is this? Do you have 4,000 Mystic Coins? Ish. Send me up. Congratulations. You don't seem as peepee today? What does peepee mean? Next up, Amalgamated Draconic Lodestone. This item, you need 55 of to make the new legendary spear and staff. So, right now it's got some value. So just one of these suckers would get you 32 gold. Yours to keep or sell. Pick winner. Whiskey Jack NZ, are you here? Did the doc help at all with your throat? Previous doctor's appointment, previous doc prescribed me 4 days of a medical steroid of some kind, which helped a little. I went from being able to whisper to this, but this hurts. And I have a doc appointment on Friday where they will possibly be putting a camera in my mouth to see if they can see a problem. Nom. Send mail. Eat the camera? Yeah, they're not getting it back. Nom. Better than a camera in your backside? You know, every time I have told this story, someone has brought up, I thought you were about to say camera in the butt. No, that would make the camera would have to make a very long journey if that was the case. Is your sore throat something from that long day? Yes, the sore throat, as my throat has been busted ever since we did the 18-hour stream during the last round of Twitch drops. So Guild Wars 2 broke my voice. So, dude, I don't know what I did. I don't know if I tore something, if it's just been inflamed for because today is 31 days. Today is 31 days since it started. So I don't know if I tore something, if I've read about polyp. I don't know if I got that. I don't know, but there's some kind of damage in there. I saw you with the team up with Nagura. It made me start the game today and try it out. Oh, Fellowship? That was a pretty cool game. I should visit it again. If you need to not talk, you can do silent streams. I don't know how I would do that, but it's certainly tempting. What will you do if you have to go into vocal rest? I mean, I have to make a choice, don't I? Try to stream quietly? Or otherwise I just don't stream? I guess those are the options. Stream quietly or don't stream. Or I could use Google text-to-speech.
Nerf Guardians.
Just whisper ASMR. Learn ASL. Learn ASL. Be like... Mukluk Hawkins. What about the streak? Well, even when I was at my sickest, I at least streamed for like 5 minutes to keep the streak going. That laugh is horrifying. I could do way worse. Make your wife do voiceover. Generally speaking, you don't typically feel polyps, though they can cause a number of other issues. I've had tons and never felt one, but what you do feel typically is ulcers. Great. I don't feel like a lump or anything. I feel just pain. Just pain. Lots of pain. Let's move to the next item. Next one is 250 purple balls. These are globs of ectoplasm used for crafting or gambling in the game. There is a merchant that will take ectos plus gold and give you a random amount of ectos plus gold. Thus, this is a gambling item also. A stack of these would get you about 51 gold. I lost my bot. There it is. Pick a winner. Coffee Black. Are you here? Coffee Black, are you here? You know, I'm thinking about it. The Google Translate thing that I was using to do this.
Nerf Guardians.
I bet if I sat down and focused on the problem for like 20-30 minutes, I could figure out a way to plug it into him. But then he would have a very feminine voice. Coffee Black says, oh, cool. He's overcome with emotion. Paste. It's a nail. VTuber Muck. Are there VTubers that use like a robot voice? Like I know like all VTubers hide behind a cartoon character. I don't know of ones that use robot voices. Yes, there are. Oh, okay. Zentria uses robot voices. Okay, I don't know her. Neuro. Well, yeah, okay. I know Neuro is an AI. I know who Neuro is. I'm not familiar with Zentria. Mother V3. Let's see. What's next? Toy Shell Infusion. Oh, this one's a weird one. Hold on. Let me do this. I'm going to turn off my hat. And I'm going to put this infusion in my pants. Toy Shell makes your character look like they're made of wood. And it does that to your eyes. So if you've ever wanted to be a creepy doll thing, today's your lucky day. Alright, so you can try it out and play with it as much as you want, or you can sell it now or sell it later, and you get about 54 gold. 54 gold. Alright. Pick a winner. Let's try this out.
Bob Soji, come on down. You're a wiener. Bob, I showed you my ectos, please respond. Okay, he responded. Pasty pasty paste.
Okay. That was stupid. Okay. I need something I can just type in and hit enter. I have to like...
I have to type here, then click this.
Yeah. I need a better program for this. Oh.
I have to
Oh, I can do tap space.
test.
That works. That is so much work. Yeah. Well, I mean, this was just off the cuff. Doctor tells you to rest your voice would be excellent. Again, we need... There you go.
Again, we need a turn-based game.
Oh.
Oh, if I start typing while it's talking, it stops. Lame. Anyway, we need to use this during a turn-based game, not real time.
Okay. Winner's Heart Infusion. So, this item is another infusion. So it's going in my pants. So, there we go. That's what it does to your character. You become a snowy goblin thing. So. And if you don't want it, you could sell it for 100 gold. And you could always play with it and sell it later. It does not bind you. So, pick a winner.
Athena MGD, are you here? If you respond, then you are a wiener. Okay, she said woohoo, she's a wiener. Pasty, pasty, pasty.
Okay. Last item. Yeah, I really need a better program for this. This is so sketch right now. This is so sketch. Okay. Last item for the night chat. 7 Reaper's Spear Skin. This is it right here. That's what it looks like. It's got the Mountain Dew aura. It's got some chains hanging off of it. It's got dangly bits. I know y'all love the dangly bits. And if you do not want it, you can sell this to some other edgelords out there and get yourself up to 140 gold. So that's the last one for tonight, chat. Then I'm taking it easy. Cross your fingers, cross your toes, use a lifeline, phone a friend, poll the audience. Pick a winner.
Actual Yalta, wake up.
Let's see if they respond. You didn't shill? I don't have the energy. Okay, he responded. He says, I won that last week. You won the grand prize last week? You shouldn't have said anything. I mean, there's not a rule that you can't win 2 spears. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna mail it to you, and if you don't want it, you can mail it back. Congratulations. There we go. Send mail. Alright. Okay. Yeah, normally I do a whole bunch of shilling. Yeah, follow me, subscribe, all the good stuff. I can't do that right now. Okay. I wonder. Hang on. Oh, wait, hold on. What was the... I might have a silly recommendation for TTS you might find funny. What is it, Charmon? Good night, Sayu. Charmon, what is it? Use TTS for shill. This program is terrible. This program is terrible. I need something I can just type in and hit the enter key. And then I can start typing again while it's still saying the old thing. TTS monster. What is that? You should have a script for the shill.
Follow my Twitch sub to both my YouTubes via Patreon. The patrons are awesome, and throw your credit card at the monitor. Thank you.
I want you to make the phonetic sounds the website ad song TDS. Take my money. What do for ranged when using hammer and maces? I get closer. Spooky game. What is TTS monster? Hold on. AI audio generator. AI speaker generator. Oh, this is terrible. We have to sign up. Okay, that's not it. I googled TTS monster. Oh wait, hold on. I think I might have found it. Oh, you have to sign in. What is this? AI text-to-speech tool for Twitch and YouTube streamers to enhance their stream with iconic TTS voices and sound bites. Be easier to increase the volume on your mic, so even if you whisper, we can hear you okay. Well, even whispering is damaging what's left of my vocal cords. So we're trying to find something that we could have some fun with, and then maybe like the rest of tonight or tomorrow night, I could just like stream a turn-based game and then use that to talk. Does Windows come with a TTS program? Makano command abilities, what are beast abilities? F2. If you mouse over the F2 on any pet, it says beast at the beginning. Just do a week's worth of charades. Wait, a full screen reader for accessibility launched via ease of access by pressing Windows Control Enter. What?
Narrator dialog. OK. Button. Alt plus O. Heads up. Narrator keyboard changes. We've updated the narrator keyboard layout so it more closely matches the experience you may have had with other screen readers. If you want narrator to tell you what commands are exiting narrator.
I don't think that's what we wanted. Office apps have read aloud speak, read selected text or entire documents. Cortana, the digital assistant who uses TTS commands and responses. Type into a text editor? It's like Word? Hang on. Give me a sec. Whoa, lag. This is a test. How do I make it read aloud?
This is a test.
What is that? Okay, hang on. It's not doing it.
Mukluk Douglas Bartholomew Reginald Esquire IV and Sir Chauncey Van Snuffles III welcomes you, dear viewer, to the lab. We hope you enjoy your stay. Entertainment is on the way. Crank up the speakers, don't touch the beakers. Giveaways every week. Please take a seat, but you'll only need the edge.
MMMesh.
This kills me. What was that? MMMesh. Okay, that's no good. That's no good. I don't like that one. MMMesh. Check your Discord DMs, worth a laugh. Huh? TTS with old robot voice.
Mukluk Douglas Bartholomew Reginald Esquire IV and Sir Chauncey Van.
No. No, I slammed that one. Nope. That's no good. Mike, I sent you a link. I have to download this. This is speech to text, not, hold on. This says it's speech to text, not text to speech. So this like translates? Just put the chords in backwards. Put the chords in backwards. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna try it. I just realized I might need to install it on the streaming computer, not the gaming computer, but I can test it here. Bro, how slow is this webpage? It's 86 megs, and it says the download's gonna take 20 minutes. I'm on fiber, so it's not me. Giveaway overlay is still up? Oh, hang on. try to turn off and on your vocal cords. Oh my gosh. I wonder. Wouldn't it be speech to speech? Well, no. I don't mind typing. I want to type and then have something else talk, but I want something where I could just like type enter, type enter, type enter. That's it. And yet that's shockingly difficult to find. Okay. Just do language signs. Yeah, one, I don't know them. Two, most of you don't know them. Could always have a person do it. Do you mean like someone make that? just like whip that up real quick for me to use for the next few days? Get the Elon Musk brain in. Oh my god. Like I was joking before, but maybe you could type in Discord for someone you trust, have them read it. Do I trust any of you? Play while Miss Luck or Mini Luck talk. They go to bed but while I'm streaming still. Have Flute take over. She would ad lib way too much, I think. Clone yourself for a month. I have a clone. He's 14. Come on, chat. 1K IQ combined. It doesn't work that way. It does not work that way. Are there readers that will read your MMO text for you? I think I can type faster than most of you can read. I would really rather just have like a box I could type in. Hang on. Let's see. Ever try naturalreaders.com? No. Adam.
Today, the government announced new economic measures aimed at boosting...
Evelyn.
He couldn't help but smile as he watched the...
I can't believe we actually did it.
Sounds like an audiobook.
Test. Blah, blah, blah. Mukluk Douglas Bartholomew Reginald Esquire IV and Sir Chauncey Van Snuffles III welcomes you, dear viewer, to the lab. We hope you enjoy your stay. Entertainment is on the way. Crank up the speakers. Don't touch the beakers. Giveaways every week. Please take a seat, but you'll only need the edge. MMMosh. Okay, this one sucks. I can't enter in any more text while he's talking, and I have to use the mouse to get him to start talking. Can't just hit a keyboard button.
Might got in touch with those feminine skills, those typing skills. I learned how to type in 9th grade, and right afterward I got addicted to EverQuest. And you type to talk to even the NPCs in EverQuest. So I really sharpened my skills at that point. The fastest I've ever timed on timed writings was like 150 words per minute. Which is why I just want something where I can just like type, enter, type, enter, type, enter, and just like queue up the speech. Try Note GPT, you can feed it your voice. My voice is dying. I don't want to feed it my voice. No, I need one I can just like type, enter, type, enter, type, enter. This voice wizard thing is 25% downloaded. Muck, is your item search add-on working? Yes.
So for now best I got is Google Translate. I could open multiple tabs of this and bounce between them, but Not
your current voice dummy from old videos. How long would that take? Big day? No, I said, eh.
It's nice to see you.
Okay. I found one that works with enter, but you need to pay after 200 characters. Make Aralozen do it? I can't make Aralozen do anything. What do you mean? TTS bot for Discord lets you add an app/bot and you type into chat and it'll read out and queue the next messages. So I would just like set a private chat channel in the Discord, like just for me, and then add this. To make your own secret server for that. Yeah, we've got a guy on our Discord that might be able to handle that. It'd be ideal if we could have that for tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. So if that would actually be perfect. So I've asked our Discord guy if he can set that up for maybe by tomorrow. I mean, I don't know if he's busy today or tomorrow. We'll see. If he can do that, I could even hook it up to him, and then he would blah blah blah. And heck, I could just turn my camera off and I could just talk through him with the robot. That is a good idea. I like that idea. We'll see if it's possible. Hope it works out. Me too, thanks. So Muck talking to his Asura crew to make the Muck bot? Something like that. Something like that. I can add a bot if I had the permissions, if you need it done sooner. I'd rather just let Amai do it, but I appreciate the offer. Amai has been my Discord guy for a long time, and I trust him with the keys to the server, so I'd rather do that. ASMR Muck, well, ASMR Muck is like on a timer. It's like the more I talk, it's like I can feel something clenching in here, and once it's all the way clenched, I can't talk anymore. So it's like my words are numbered. Muck thought he was only going to play sick tonight. Instead, he got sick advice from his peeps. Keyboard ASMR Muck. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Well, I think at this point, the giveaway is done. You guys have been very patient with me while I troubleshoot ways to work around this. I think what I'm going to do now is swap over to Mind Over Magic. Actually, hold on. Let me swap back to the NA servers for later. Or wait. Oh no, I am on the NA servers. We're going to swap back over to Mind Over Magic. So let me change the stream title. Let's do Day and Mind Over Magic. You have mail? I will have to check it later. Give me just a minute. Change this and this. Okay. Not doing Fractal Rush? No. Now, like I said, I want to switch to something turn-based so I can type to you guys. Because I'm all mucked up. Alright, let's see if this is working. Good night, peeps. See you play. Mini Muck new voice, yes? Yes. Your voice issue came back after like a month? No, the voice issue is still there after a month. It has gotten a little better. It's like, okay. It's like if it was here, it got a bit better, and then we're crashing again. It's getting bad again. It never completely healed. Okay. Let's try this. Hang on a sec. Where is... Bah. All right. Okay. Do this. We need the camera? You don't need the camera. Why do you need the camera? This is stupid. Okay, yeah. And every time I tabs out, it means... Okay, so we need... that.
Okay, so we're back in Might and Magic, but my voice is shot, so tonight's gonna be pretty chill. Not as much talking. Someone asked does whispering also hurt? Unfortunately, yeah. Doc appointment Friday.
New voice. There is no voice. We don't have a program set up for this. Like, this is just text to speech with freaking Google Translate. Muck has ascended to become Professor Muck Hawkins. Oh my god. Girl Muck is sexy.
Hang on, my spawn is here, be right back.
Muck, can you have the TTS reply move Mini Muck's mouth when you type them? That might genuinely work. Yeah, look, that's the goal. We have to, okay. All right, honestly, the bottom line is like, we're not set up for this. I think by tomorrow night, we can have a proper TTS set up where I type in it and we can mess with the voice and it makes his mouth move. But I can't set that up right now. I can't do it like it. I'm waiting for our Discord guy to become available. All right, honestly, I think I just need to call it. I'm getting way too many complaints in the chat about how we're trying to save the stream, and I'm dying right now. So I think I just need to do a day of setup and then try this tomorrow with a proper TTS setup. So chat, I'm just going to fold. I'm just gonna fold. So I will wrap it up here, chat, and I will just let me just find someone to raid. We'll support another channel here. Why did that not close? There we go. Ian's live. We'll raid Ian. Okay. Why did this open? What the fudge? I have no idea why File Explorer just opened. I was closing Mind Over Magic. All right. So yeah, by tomorrow night, we'll try to have some kind of funny TTS thing set up, and we'll go with that. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. All right. Have a good one, y'all. Peace.